Hi, this is Leigh Ambergy, stampwithleigh.com. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mentor, Ohio, and thank you for tuning in for today's video. I appreciate it that you take the time out of your schedule to watch my videos. So, welcome. If you are watching this from YouTube, in the description box, there is a link that will take you to my blog post for this card. My blog is stampwithleigh.com, and that will list all of the products that I've used on this card, and also it will list the measurements for this. And while you're over there, sign up, subscribe to my blog. That way you'll never miss a post. You'll be notified in your inbox, in your email, when I have something out there new to share. So let's get started with this card. And this is from, of course, the Silly Old Bear collection, the Winnie the Pooh. And it features the Sweet Words and Labels bundle. And also, what was the other one? The Sweet Old Friends. So these dies, here's all my stuff. These dies, right here, Pooh and Eeyore, are cut out from the Silly Old Bear, let me get my fingers on it, Silly Old Bear Designer Series paper. So this suite, I love it. Not only do you have, excuse me, excuse me, I tickle my throat. Not only do you have stamps and the dies that coordinate for the Pooh characters, you also have Designer Series paper in with that let you die cut elements. And also there was some fun ones I found that didn't have a die, but they were really easy to fussy cut. And I think I'll be having a video on that later. I'm not really sure. I featured a class that was Silly Old Bear class, is what I think it was called. And they made 6 cards featuring this suite of products. So I don't think I'm going to change much on this card. And I have got my full-size Stampin' Cut and Emboss off to the side. Usually if I do some die cutting, I just bring in my Stampin' Cut Mini. But I want to show you, in a sense, some little tips and tricks if you're not aware of it. I always like, however I can stretch my supplies, I like that. So that's what I'm going to show you. So let's get started. So I've got my dies. And what I'm going to do is die cut these 2 pieces right now, because I've got some other die cutting to do, but there's something I want to do with these. Oh, here's a piece of paper tape. There's something I wanted to show you with what I do when I'm making this, and I'm kind of playing around and looking at it. If I know I'm going to have something large, like a greeting or something, I will stamp and punch or die cut that from the centerpiece of like a layering piece of cardstock. And then that way, yeah, I could always look around and hunt for a scrap piece. But, oh, here it is, right in my hand. But instead of doing that, I know I am going to be using, like I said, a piece for layering, and I am going to stamp and die cut from the center of that because it's being covered up. No one's going to see it. So that's what I want to show you. I talk about it plenty. I show you examples where I've like, oh, I stamped and die cut the center out. But I really want to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. Flying off all over the place. All right, so I have these. Okay, so I'm gonna set these here so I don't lose them, because I am, like I said, I'm doing something a little different with these. So let me get, okay, so I'm done with those. I know I want small one and a large one. I'm going to set you over there. Put my tape up here. I can still use it. All right, what I want to do is, because my pieces are going to be layered. I love this. This is I think our Barely Blush, new in color. So if you can see on my card, this is going to be layered, just a small border. And I know I want this white piece here. So instead, like I said, instead of pulling out another piece of basic white cardstock, and I don't have my stamps. What? Just when I think I'm ready. Hold on. I promise I will be back. What did I do with them? Oh, I know. I think I put them away. I think I ended up cleaning those and putting those away. Oh my gosh. Yeah, after class I was too thorough. I did. There we go. So I'm using this one. Yep, there we go. I cleaned it and put it away. And I might as well pull this out because I'm going to need that too. That's my greeting. So yeah. Usually that doesn't happen. I'm usually not that overly efficient with stuff. So I'm just going to sort of plop that on there. All right, so I've got the Barely Blush. This is our new magnetic ink pads. I'm going to ink this up, and I'm inking. This is a large stamp, so I cannot get used to these ink pads. These ink pads are thinner. When you try to ink up the stamp by just the ink pad, there's not that much to grab onto. All right, so I'm going to stamp this in the center because really all I need is that border from the outside. And get my die. That's my smaller one. Got my platform back out here. Grab another piece of paper tape so that this doesn't move on me. My eyeballs to focus here on what I'm die cutting. I think I've got it. It looks good. Secure that down. Put my plate on top. I'm going to run this through the cut and emboss machine. Okay. There's my piece. I still have this to layer. And then now I need to use the larger one to die cut this. That's going to be layered on. So I'm going to run that through. There we go. Put that away. So what I want to show you is we're going to start getting all this layered in just a second. Card base, I'm going to do that. This is my, you know what, why don't I just stamp my greeting right now. So what I try to do is I'm lining up, and the photopolymer, they do want to stick to your fingers. I try to line mine up some way with my grid. And hopefully it's straight. And then got my Memento black ink, tuxedo black. Hopefully get this not too bad. Somewhat hopefully centered. And you know what? I don't know if it's, I didn't stamp it straight and then I dropped it on the floor. Ugh. Let's try it again. We'll see. We'll go with, that's why there's two sides to cardstock, right? See if we can get this one a little bit better. That looks so bad. I like that. Set that aside so I don't stick my fingers in it. And this die is from the Words of Beauty. I just liked how this one went on this. So let me see if I can get this. Grab my paper tape again. Run this through, and then we are done with die cutting. I do apologize. It seems like I was all over the place with not having my stamps. I try to be so organized and ready for my videos, and then I wasn't. So, okay, I've got that. What I want to show you is these little critters. It's the Designer Series paper, and this would be fine. Just putting these on my card just like this. I took basic white cardstock, and I cut the images with the die out of the basic white, and I am just going to put some liquid adhesive. I like using liquid adhesive because it gives me wiggle room. And I mean, and this doesn't have to be all over the place. It doesn't have to be pretty, but I stack these. If there is a die that matches a die for Designer Series paper that you get to do a die cut from the DSP, I like also doing a die cut in cardstock. And then I just add them. It gives it a little bit, so it makes it just a little bit more stable. Yeah, it gives it a little bit more oomph to it. And that's just my personal preference. I mean, you don't have to do this. It would, like I said, it would be fine. But going through the mail and everything else, I think it just gives it a little bit more substance. So there, so now we have that. So let's just start assembling. That's all we have left to do right now, is just to assemble everything. So my card base is 5.5 by 8.5, Barely Blush. So I've got that. I've got this. I'm gonna layer this piece. You can use adhesive of your choice. You can use liquid adhesive, tape runner. I just think adhesive is, again, it's a personal choice. It's whatever you're most comfortable using. All right, now we're going to layer our DSP, and I just love this plaid. I just love this plaid on here. I mean, it just screams spring, summer, whatever. Just so see, like I said, it's being covered up. No one's going to know, unless they're watching the video, that that piece of basic white cardstock has a great big old hunk missing out of it. All right, this I'm just going to, again, add flush. I thought maybe we'd change the orientation on it, but nope, nope, nope. It's staying this way. All right, these I could add on with dimensionals if I wanted to. I think I am just going to, though, again, still leave them flush. And on this, I used soft sea foam to like add some grass to it, but I think I'm gonna try something else. Do I just want to leave it blank? Just put my greeting right here and just leave it. Yeah, I think I am going to leave it blank. I was going to pull out some Pool Party and just sort of add that like around them, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I'm just going to leave everything just the way it is. I'm not adding anything else. All right, so I know I want my greeting right in through here, or Yeah, no. I could put my greeting at the top. I don't like my greeting at the top. We're going to leave it at the bottom. All right. So we're going to put you're there. I'm going to put Pooh right there. And I'm going to get some dimensionals. That's tight squeeze with those. Just got to make sure I color within the lines on getting these on here. Okay, those, peel these off. Okay, I will love you until forever and even after that. All right, so now I have some of the in color butterflies. And we're going to stick some of these on there. Hopefully. You know, I have customers that can just pick these things up with their fingers and they have no issues. And, you know, I am just like all thumbs when it comes to this stuff. Put in there. I really don't like that one there. Let's see if we can move it. Nope. There we go. That's it. All right, so this is it. This is the card we made at a recent class. Like I said, the only thing I didn't do is I didn't add like the soft sea foam for like the grass there. But yeah, this is it. So such a cute and wonderful collection. You will find it online. And again, thank you so much for sharing your time with me. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. Bye.